I'm gonna teach you where to apply and how to blend bronzer. Starting with picking the right shade. These are two different brands of bronzers. One is more for warmer skin tones like myself, and one is better if you're a little bit more fair on the cool side. This one here though, it has more of an orangey kind of color to it. And this one looks like it has a little bit more gray added. It's a little bit cooler in color. Visually, you don't know if you have a warmer or a cooler undertone. You can always test it out. Something like this, if you have a cooler undertone or you're too fair, it will look orange on you. So that's when you know you might want to try something that looks like it has more gray added to it. Now, the opposite of this is if I were to use something a little bit cooler like this on my skin, it looks almost gray when I put it on and kind of like I smudged dirt or something. It just doesn't look quite right. It kind of makes me look sickly. That being said, let's get into the blending portion. So I'm going to use Give Me Sun by MAC, and I really like a big fluffy bronzing brush like this. Now for bronzer, we're gonna hit where the sun would actually naturally hit. When you get some color, you usually get a sunburn at the very top of your forehead. And I like to do really light wiggling motions back and forth, especially making sure I get right in that hairline. I'm gonna go right on top of my cheekbone. I like to wiggle back and forth. And yes, you heard me right. You wanna go on top of your cheekbone. If you were naturally getting bronzed by the sun, it would not be under the hollow of your cheek because the sun would hit the top of your cheekbone first. We want to keep that up nice and high. I always like to apply my powder bronzer on top of my cream bronzer because it gives more dimension to the skin. There's some other tutorials on my page for that. I also like to go down my nose just a little bit. If you have the right brush and bronzer shade, it should be very easy to blend into your skin.